Somewhere right now, someone is waking up before their alarm. Not because they want to, because they decided to. And today we're talking about the discipline nobody talks about. The kind that doesn't look impressive, doesn't get applause, and doesn't care if you're watching. We've been sold a lie. That successful people wake up burning with motivation every single day. That discipline is a feeling you either have or don't. That's not true. Motivation is weather. It comes and goes. And if you build your life around it, you'll only move when the sky is clear. Discipline is climate. It's what you build regardless of what the weather is doing outside or inside your head. Most people don't fail because the goal is too big. They fail because the moment gets too boring. Day 1 feels exciting. Day 30 feels like nothing is happening. And that gap between starting and seeing results is where almost everyone quits. Nobody warns you about the middle. The middle is where growth actually happens, invisibly, underneath the surface, like a root system before a tree ever breaks through soil. Let's talk about the excuses, because you already know them. You've probably said them today. I don't have time, but you had time to scroll for 40 minutes this morning. I'm too tired, but tired is not the same as unable. Tired is a feeling, and feelings are not orders. I'll start Monday. Monday is not a magic day. It's just another day you're allowed to postpone yourself on. I don't know where to start. That one is the sneakiest, because it sounds humble. But you don't need a plan to take one step. You need a plan to take the second one, and you can figure that out after the first. Every excuse sounds reasonable in the moment. That's exactly why they work. They don't feel like lies. They feel like logic. But strip them down, and every single one is really just fear wearing a disguise. Fear of failing, fear of being seen trying, fear of finding out you're capable of more than you've settled for. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The excuse is never really about time, or energy, or timing. It's about safety. As long as you haven't really tried, you get to keep the fantasy that you would have succeeded if you had. The moment you try and fall short, that fantasy is gone. So the excuse isn't protecting your schedule, it's protecting your ego. I want to tell you about someone who almost quit before he started. He was 26, out of shape, out of money, and out of excuses to keep blaming everyone else. He decided to run 1 mile, just one. Not a marathon, not a transformation. 1 mile, badly, slowly, embarrassingly. He didn't feel motivated. He felt ridiculous, but he laced up anyway. The first week he almost quit 4 separate times. His legs hurt. His pride hurt more, watching other runners pass him without effort. There was no music playing in his head, no montage, no breakthrough moment. Just a tired man on a sidewalk, deciding, again, not to stop. A year later, that 1 mile became 5. That 5 became a discipline that spilled into his work, his relationships, the way he spoke to himself in the mirror. Nobody clapped on day 1. Nobody was there to see it. That's the part they never show you in the highlight reel. The unglamorous, unfilmed, unapplauded start. That story isn't rare. It's just rarely told, because boring beginnings don't get views. But they're the only beginnings that are real. Somewhere right now, someone with your exact excuses is choosing to move anyway. The only difference between you and them is the decision they already made. A wolf doesn't hunt because it's motivated. It hunts because it's hungry. And hunger doesn't need convincing. Build a reason bigger than your mood. Not, I want to, but I have to. Not inspiration. Obligation to the person you're becoming. Ask yourself, if motivation never came back, would you still show up tomorrow? If the answer is no, you don't have a goal yet. You have a wish. Every version of you that you admire, the disciplined one, the confident one, the calm one, was built through repetition so boring it barely felt like progress. Same workout, same 15 minutes of reading, same walk before sunrise. Not because it's exciting, but because consistency compounds when nobody's counting. You don't need a bigger plan. You need a smaller one you'll actually repeat for 100 days straight. And here's what nobody tells you about that 100 days. You won't feel different on day 10 or day 20 or even day 50. You'll wonder if it's working at all. That's not a sign of failure. That's exactly what discipline feels like from the inside, before it shows up on the outside. The change is happening in the same place roots grow, underground, unseen, unfelt, until one day it isn't invisible anymore. So here's exactly what I want you to do after this video ends. Not someday, today. Step 1, pick one discipline, not 5 habits, not a total life overhaul. 1, the smallest version of it you can imagine, so small it feels almost embarrassing. Step 2, attach it to something you already do. After you brush your teeth, after your coffee, after you sit at your desk. Discipline sticks better when it rides on a habit that already exists. Step 3, do it today, even badly, even for 2 minutes. The goal isn't a perfect first day. The goal is a first day that happened. Step 4, don't negotiate with yourself tomorrow morning. The decision was already made tonight. Tomorrow you're just following through on it. Step 5, expect to want to quit around day 7, day 20, and day 40. That's not a warning sign. That's the pattern. Knowing it's coming takes away its power. When the urge to stop shows up, you won't mistake it for proof that you failed. You'll recognize it as the exact moment discipline was built for. Not because you're motivated, because you decided, and the wolf doesn't ask twice. This is Rise Above. New videos every week. One message, delivered honestly, aimed at the version of you that hasn't shown up yet. Subscribe if this hit something in you. And when the motivation fades, and it will, remember, the wolf moves anyway.